Good afternoon. My name is Scott Stawski, and I'm the Vice President and Managing Director for DXC Technology here in North Texas, but I'm also Secretary and Board Member for the Celina Economic Development Corporation, or CEDC. What we're here today to talk about is our initiative for Celina, Texas, to create the leading gigabit city of the future. First, we have to ask ourselves is, what exactly is a gigabit city, and why is it important to not just Celina's economic future, but to North Texas' economic future, as well as the entire United States economic future? Well, you can see that the chairman of the Federal Communications Commission and the FCC has been very consistent throughout the years to ensure that not just high-speed connectivity, but that gigabit level connectivity is absolutely crucial to the economic well-being within the United States. This quote by Julius Janachowski, making sure the U.S. has super fast, high capacity, ubiquitous broadband networks delivering speeds not measured in gigabits, not megabits, isn't just a matter of consumer convenience, as important as that is. It is essential to economic growth, job creation, and U.S. competitiveness. Now, many of you may be asking, what is a gigabit community? What exactly is the benefits of a gigabit connectivity compared to the normal internet connectivity that we experience? Well, our goal with the CEDC is to create the Texas's first 100% gigabit community. A gigabit community is defined as a community where every single rooftop, whether it's a business rooftop, whether it's a residential rooftop, whether it's a municipal or education rooftop, has a gigabit connectivity that is both 1,000 megabits per second download speed and 1,000 megabit per second upload speed, which is at least 100 times faster than the average fixed high-speed internet connection that we have today. In order to do that, we need end-to-end connectivity. And what that means is that we need fiber optic connectivity from the house to the curb, from the curb to a network access point, to the backbone of the gigabit fiber optic network in Celina, and then from that backbone to the regional internet network access point in Dallas that connects us directly to the internet backbone in the United States. What is crucial to the CEDC initiative is that we make this gigabit connectivity and this 100% coverage affordable to residences, businesses, and the municipality. Right now, in most communities within Celina and in North Texas, there is not gigabit connectivity. For those communities or individuals or businesses that want gigabit connectivity, it's in excess of $2,000 a month. The CEDC initiative will allow each and every one of our residences to experience gigabit connectivity for less than $100 a month. So why is Celina ideal for a gigabit community? Well, first off, Celina is large and fast growing. In fact, today there are more than 10,000 residential lots under development in Celina proper. But what makes us unique is that we are just at the start of that growth. Right now, we are about 8% built out for the city of Celina. However, there is clear projections, and the city has already agreed to developments that will clearly move Celina from its current 8% build out and add more than 300,000 residents over the next 20 to 25 years. What that allows us is to put in the infrastructure now to service those residences and those businesses and also achieve a clear payback with our partners as opposed to a community where growth is more sporadic. or a community that is already built out. So for example, Plano, Texas, it would be cost prohibitive for Plano, Texas to become a gigabit community because the cost of retrofitting a community that is already built is astronomical compared to putting in the fiber optics now in the 92% of the Celina proper that is not built out, where we know the growth is coming over the next 5, 10, 15, and 20 years. The key that we need to understand is what exactly is the difference between gigabit connectivity and traditional internet speeds, even what's referred to as high-speed internet or broadband. Well, with broadband, I'm sure we all in our families have experienced a streaming video, watching a movie over Apple TV, over Netflix, over Hulu, over Amazon. If we're lucky, it does not buffer and it does not stop and start periodically because of slow internet speeds. But even if it doesn't buffer, the traditional high-speed broadband would allow you to watch one, maybe 1 2/3 of a movie simultaneous in your household. With gigabit connectivity, a household could watch simultaneously 208 live streaming videos or live streaming media. Now, obviously, no house is going to watch 208 movies simultaneously, but it gives you a clear indication of what the difference of speeds are. Another way of looking at gigabit connectivity is how much of a 60-minute video could you upload to YouTube or upload to the internet in 10 minutes. Well, with dial-up, you virtually can only upload a couple of seconds. With a traditional broadband connection that we have today in Celina, we would be lucky to upload 20% of a 60-minute video. With a gigabit connectivity, not only could you upload a 60-minute video within 10 minutes, you could actually upload 222 separate 60-minute videos in 10 minutes, clearly giving you the difference between gigabit connectivity and traditional connectivity. Truly, gigabit connectivity is like comparing a supersonic jet to a car. And everything that is coming down the road from our technology is requiring this high-speed internet if we want to stay competitive. What are the benefits to the city residents for gigabit connectivity? Well, first off, there are immediate benefits of gigabit connectivity. I call them the real-time internet benefits. That is to be able to download videos, upload videos, photographs, to be able to watch real-time TV shows without having to rely on cable service, satellite service. Most of our children in one way or another work and play on video games, and all of that requires a certain amount of bandwidth, which you may or may not have in your home. The immediate impact of gigabit connectivity is all of that, becomes a utility that's as constant as the utilities to your house, electricity and water. You will not experience severe outages. You will not experience slow internet traffic with gigabit connectivity. So things like video streaming, you don't have to worry. You can stream as much video into your house as you need. Things like high definition television delivered over the internet through services like Hulu, Sling TV, HBO, Showtime Direct. The ability to have another set of providers providing your television entertainment as opposed to relying on cable or satellite. Telephone service, the ability to get rid of your traditional telephone service and use very stable voice over internet protocol telephones. that are not only less expensive for the consumer, but they are better because they incorporate not just voice, but also voice and video, where you can see the person you're talking to on the phone as well as hear them, and not worry about things like international telephone charges. Also, simple things like backing up your computer. In today's world, we all have to be worried about cybersecurity, about worms and malware infesting our computers, and it's very critical that all of us back up our computers really on a daily basis. With gigabit connectivity, you can back up an 800 gigabit hard drive in less than 14 minutes. So truly, you can back up all of your computers in your house every single night to the cloud and not have to worry about your losing data on your computer through either an accident or a cybersecurity threat. Then there is the ability, once the gigabit fiber optic network is established in Celina, of offering citywide Wi-Fi services for residents and businesses, being able to picnic in the square and have Wi-Fi available to you simultaneously at high speed. The ability to have real-time audio and video security monitoring of your home, of your loved ones, no matter where you are in the world. In-home 3D printing of advanced components, Internet of Everything connectivity, work at home option for high-tech workers. Whether you are a video producer that needs to upload videos to the internet, a data scientist that might be involved in gene sequencing, and are manipulating petabytes of data sets, whether you're an entrepreneur that's looking to invent the next Uber, the next Netflix, the next Amazon, whether you're a city police officer that is downloading real-time video from their car and from their police officer vest in order to protect them and the residents. All of these services that are available now but cannot be used in the city of Celina now become instantly available. What truly is exciting, however, even with the current services, it's very exciting. I'll be ecstatic to have stable internet access as part of the Gigabit City initiative. But what truly is exciting is the future. What world-class services technologists are working on now that over the next 2, 3, and 5 years will be available for gigabit connected residents and gigabit connected businesses that are not available today. So for example, the ability to work at home in jobs where traditionally you had to have direct computer access, you will now, those jobs, whether it's genetic sequencing, three-dimensional design, advanced data modeling, you will be able to do at your house. Whether it's the ability to monitor your electricity, monitor your water usage, and have your house increase or decrease temperature, turn water on and off to save you energy cost is right around the corner. The video phone and the various options for the video phone, including holographic video phones, are right around the corner. Real-time in-home education, the ability to attend MIT, the ability to attend Stanford, Harvard, the University of Texas, Rice, from your house, whether because of family commitments, disabilities, or you're a high school student that wants to take an MIT class while they're a senior, that capability comes to you. Telemedicine. As our population ages, it is absolutely critical that our residents have access to world-class health care. Part of access in the future to world-class health care is the ability to have telemedicine in your home, the ability to talk to a world-class expert in New York City, in San Francisco, in London, okay, to talk to them about your particular health needs right from the comfort of your living room, even to the point where your house, through Internet of Things connectivity, is monitoring real time your blood pressure, your glucose level, in order to prevent a health event from happening proactively. Your entire house with gigabit connectivity of the future becomes an interconnected house, where your security system is talking to your car is talking to your HVAC system and telling it to turn the air conditioning down because you'll be arriving home in 15 minutes, where your washing machine is talking to your Amazon account and ordering, Tide detergent because you're almost out. Whether your television is talking to Papa John's Pizza to order pizza, or to remind you that you can't watch the big game tonight because you're at the high school watching the basketball game. That connectivity and that world-class services are just around the corner and is available with gigabit connectivity. There are also tremendous benefits to the economic base of Celina. As we stated before, only 8% of Celina proper is built out. So we are at an inflection point within our community where we can decide what type of community are we going to be. Are we going to be a bedroom community that is entirely made up of residences and fast food restaurants, or are we going to have a dynamic economic base that is unique to a gigabit city, that is unique to North Texas, and have that economic base increase the well-being of the community and also help offset the tax burdens of our residences? So what we know is that companies are moving to areas where gigabit connectivity has been established. Data-centric companies such as medical companies, bioengineering companies, engineering companies, health and biotechnology firms, including leading research hospitals, education-based companies that are developing next-generation education technology based on gigabit connectivity, high-tech incubators that are providing the gigabit connectivity and resources for that entrepreneur that will displace other companies and become the next Uber, the next Amazon. Military and government contractors that are working on the next generation of technologies to protect our U.S. citizens. These are the companies that are striving to find communities with not just high education bases, but also communities that have gigabit connectivity in order to drive the next generation of technology. We've seen an immediate business impact since we started launching the Gigabit City Initiative in Celina. We have recently signed a letter of intent with a private company that will come in and at their expense will build out the fiber optic networks and the connectivity to provide the gigabit services. We have also been working with several developers on companies that want to come into Celina and build high-tech incubators and data centers in order to benefit from the gigabit connectivity. Higher education facilities such as Collin College that is speeding up the development of the Celina Collin College campus in order to benefit from the gigabit connectivity. Truly what we see is Celina as a first mover. There are numerous case studies from Chattanooga, Tennessee, to parts of Kansas City, to Loma Linda, California, that have had tremendous and clean economic development when they've established mere pockets of gigabit connectivity. And here we will be the first municipality in Texas to have 100% gigabit connectivity. We also need to recognize the monetary benefits, frankly, to both our residents as well as residential and commercial developers. Individuals know the benefits of gigabit connectivity into the house, and frankly are willing to pay more for the house. So even though there is a slight increase in expense for home builders to wire the house from the house to the curb to participate in gigabit connectivity, that's only an incremental of expense of about $500. However, the estimate that comes from tried and true practice is that home values will increase anywhere from $2,400 to $5,500 the minute the house is connected to internet connectivity. Also, the increased value of raw land as well as the increased value of commercial office space have all been proven to escalate when you have the ability for gigabit service to those houses, to those office space, and into the municipality. We've already seen, working with developers such as Rex Glendenning, that is planning Glendenning Ranch off of the North Dallas or the North Texas Tollway once it is completed and moves through North Texas, including moves through Celina. The ability of Rex Glendenning and his company to consider and to start working on high-tech facilities for Rex Glendenning Ranch, as opposed to your typical, hospitality type of services that are typical in a residential community. Again, spurring the type of high-tech development, high-tech job creation that will improve the quality of life for our residents, while at the same time keeping our tax burdens low. You can see that these are the type of businesses that we want in Celina, and that will grow the community in a way that we can not just be proud of, but can take advantage, of the new data economy. We've also seen the educational facilities such as Collin College. We've been working with Collin College and the Board of Trustees in speeding up the development of the Collin College campus and taking a look at the Collin College campus as the center of IT curriculum for Collin College, including such advanced courses for things like cybersecurity and data analytics. And again, when you can envision a mixture of high-tech educational facilities, high-tech office space, and companies all benefiting from the gigabit connectivity 100% throughout Celina, that creates a different business and tax base, which is used to increase the well-being and the happiness of our residents. We also can't forget the tremendous benefit of gigabit connectivity to municipal services within Celina. So for example, the city has the capability of having citywide Wi-Fi for all their municipal workers, including police and fire. The city will have the capability of real-time video from police vest, from their individual cars, from light post and select areas within Celina proper, in order to keep our community safe and secure. The ability, for a smart energy, smart grid management, where the municipality can make real-time smart decisions in energy and utility management to keep our prices low for our residences. As well as working with our secondary and primary Celina ISD and Prosper ISD, where it overlaps into Celina, to give our children the world-class leading education that can be provided with gigabit connectivity that will really set the Celina ISD as well as the Prosper ISD above the other school districts in the Southeast United States. All of these municipal and government services, again, spurred and enabled by the gigabit connectivity within Celina. So in closing, what we're very happy to announce is that the City of Celina, as well as the Celina Economic Development Corporation, have now embarked on the Gigabit City Initiative. We have both passed resolutions adopting the objective of establishing Celina as a 100% gigabit community. We have recently negotiated and approved a letter of intent with a commercial provider that will run the fiber optic backhaul network that literally surrounds the middle of the city proper, where all future developments will hook into that fiber optic network. Both the city and the CEDC are about ready to adopt both building and developer ordinances requiring new buildings and new developments to run fiber optic from the house to the curb, and in the development from the curb to a network access point on that fiber optic backhaul in order to connect 100% of Celina proper. That company will also work and lay out plans to retrofit the portion of Celina that's already built so they too can enjoy gigabit connectivity and not just the new developments throughout Celina. This $75 to $100 million project, we are proud to say, is 100% funded through public-private partnerships. There is no incremental tax burden to Celina residents. It is entirely being funded by these private partnerships that we have entered into. And there is upside where the Celina Economic Development Corporation will be able to benefit from the wholesale leasing of the fiber optic network to retail internet service providers that will provide the gigabit connectivity to our residents and to our businesses. In closing, you will be hearing over the upcoming weeks more about the Celina Gigabit City Initiative, including for public inspection the building ordinances as well as the development ordinances that we will be asking the City of Celina to pass over the next weeks. You will also be hearing about a public invitation to various information gathering meetings throughout Celina to inform residents and businesses about the Celina Gigabit City Initiative. So welcome to Celina, Texas' first 100% gigabit connected city. And we look forward to establishing this initiative throughout Celina here in the near future. Thank you.